Bring Nnamdi Kanu now. Hold on. Bring Nnamdi Kanu now. Stop. Bring Nnamdi Kanu now.
No, we need to do it now.
Tripod.
Nigerian people! Nigerian people! Nigerian people! Nigerian people! Wait. Let's convene and I'm just taking you straight away.
Please. We are determined today to see that Nnamdi Kanu is free. We started as early as 7 a.m. But this is customary with our security forces. They attacked us unprovoked. We decided that we will relocate to other parts of the city. And we are in Utako and we will go around the city today until the city is shut down.
This is AfriPlus News Channel. Early this morning, October 20th, 2025, the city of Abuja, Nigeria's federal capital territory, is vibrating with a single echo that's shaking the very heart of the nation. Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Reports indicate that citizens are already flooding the streets, chanting, waving flags, and demanding justice. What is unfolding in Abuja this morning could shape Nigeria's political and civil landscape for years to come. Stay with us as we dive deep into this developing story. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to AfriPlus News Channel for more critical updates like this one. As dawn broke over Abuja, the atmosphere was already thick with tension and determination. The chants calling for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have grown louder by the hour, turning the city into a center of resistance and demand for accountability. What makes this moment so powerful is not just the number of people gathering, but the collective emotion driving them. Why are so many Nigerians willing to risk confrontation to demand the release of one man? What does this say about the trust, or the loss of it, between the people and the state institutions that are supposed to serve them? The presence of Omoyele Sowore, a well-known activist and former presidential candidate, has added a significant dimension to this protest. Sowore has long been a voice for civil freedom, human rights, and government accountability. His involvement suggests that this movement is not just about Nnamdi Kanu. It's about the broader question of justice and state power in Nigeria. Why would a prominent activist like Sowore take such a public stand at this critical time? Is this the beginning of a new wave of organized resistance in Nigeria? Or is it a desperate cry for reform in a system that many feel no longer listens?
This is a press conference called on the eve of Free Nnamdi Kanu protest slated for tomorrow at the Aso Rock Villa. We are here to let people know that this action is going on as planned across the world, as a matter of fact, but the center of gravity will be Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, where Mr. Nnamdi Kanu is currently unlawfully and unjustly detained by the the State Security Services, known as DSS. The law is very clear. Mr. Nnamdi Kanu's detention is not just illegal, it's a national disgrace. The government is disobeying its own courts and mocking the Nigerian constitution, the 1999 constitution that they subscribe to. Here is the truth, and what they don't want you to know is that the Court of Appeal cleared Mr. Kanu in 2022 and discharged and acquitted him. That's the final. Yet the DSS, even upon this discharge and acquittal, never released him even for a second, in disobedience of the Court of Appeal position. It was pure contempt, and it has always been their tradition to defy the rule of law that they claim they subscribe to. The Supreme Court, of course, did take over the case erroneously. They overstepped. It is a twisted justice reversing a decision that has already been taken by a court of competent jurisdiction like the Court of Appeal on this particular matter. But even at that, the Supreme Court did say that Mr. Kanu never violated his bail condition. It was the Nigerian army that caused the confusion. And you know that double jeopardy is also a crime. Nobody under the law should be tried for an offense for which they've been discharged and acquitted. It's known as double jeopardy. I may not be a lawyer, but I know this well enough.
Sowore's argument is clear. The prolonged detention of Nnamdi Kanu by the Department of State Services, DSS, represents, in his words, an injustice of the highest order. For many Nigerians, this echoes far beyond the courtroom. It represents a sense of suffocation, the feeling that justice in Nigeria is selective and that the law bends depending on who is involved. Could this perception of double standards be the reason Nigerians are once again taking to the streets, despite the risks? And if justice is truly blind, why do so many citizens feel unseen? The chants of Free Nnamdi Kanu are not just political slogans. They are emotional cries for identity, for belonging, and for fairness.
Free Nnamdi Kanu now! 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 Don't tear gas us! Free Nnamdi Kanu now! Don't tear gas us! Don't tear gas us! Do not tear gas us! You are right to protest! Don't tear gas us! Free Nnamdi Kanu now! 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 Tears cannot stop us! Free Nnamdi Kanu now! Tears cannot stop us! Free Nnamdi Kanu now! Tears cannot stop us! Free Nnamdi Kanu now! Sit! Free Nnamdi Kanu now! Free Nnamdi Kanu now! Free Nnamdi Kanu now! Free Nnamdi Kanu now!
Let's go to Beggar.
Nnamdi Kanu now! Nnamdi Kanu now! Nnamdi Kanu now! Nnamdi Kanu now!
Many protesters see Kanu's detention as symbolic of a deeper national wound, a wound of inequality, marginalization, and mistrust. But what happens when a cry for justice begins to sound like a demand for independence? Could this protest reignite deeper regional divisions that Nigeria has been struggling to manage since its creation? And if the government continues to ignore these emotional signals from its citizens, what kind of reaction could the nation be heading toward?
Tear gas, Jesus. Tear gas everywhere. Which one will be this one?
The government's silence, or rather, its persistence in keeping Kanu detained, has become increasingly difficult to defend publicly. With tensions already high from economic hardship, insecurity, and unemployment,
Freedom is for me and you.
This protest may be a reflection of deeper frustrations that have been simmering beneath the surface for too long. When citizens begin to lose faith in the justice system, where do they turn next? When protest becomes the only language people believe will be heard, what message does that send to those in power?
No, we need to do it now. Nigerian people! Nigerian people! Nigerian people! Nigerian people! Wait. Let's convene and I'm just taking it straight.
Please, we are determined today to see that Nnamdi Kanu is free. And we started as early as 7 a.m. But this is customary with our security forces. They attacked us unprovoked. We decided that we will relocate to other parts of the city. And we are in Utako, and we will go around the city today until the city is shut down. Or the criminal using the soldiers and our police to fight terrorism. As Abisa, in Zamfara, Katsina, in Benue, in Plateau, and other places, they are using them on defenseless protesters. Please, you are aware that we chose today as Nnamdi Kanu now rally. But we also tell Nigerians that today is one of the darkest days in the history of Nigeria. NSAS protest 2020 is 5 years today. So we are going to take a minute silence to recognize the heroes who were killed at the Lekki for NSAS. Can you take a minute silence?
The movement unfolding in Abuja today is being watched not just by Nigerians, but by the entire international community. Activists, journalists, and observers around the world are monitoring how the Nigerian government will respond, whether with dialogue or with force. Could the handling of this protest define Nigeria's human rights reputation for years to come? And will the government recognize this as an opportunity to rebuild trust, or will it view it as a challenge to suppress? As of this hour, the energy in Abuja continues to rise. Videos and live reports show growing crowds, signs, and songs calling for the immediate release of Nnamdi Kanu. Yet beneath the chants lies a question that cuts across all divides. What kind of nation does Nigeria want to be? One where dissent is punished, or one where dialogue and justice prevail? The answer may depend on what happens next, and how leaders respond to the voice of the people echoing through the capital today. In the coming hours, this protest could either be remembered as a turning point toward justice or as another chapter of confrontation between citizens and state power. Will this movement bring a renewed conversation about fairness and unity, or will it deepen the cracks already running through Nigeria's political structure? The eyes of the world are on Abuja, and every move counts. As this story continues to unfold, one thing is clear. Nigerians are speaking, and the world is listening. The call for justice for Nnamdi Kanu has evolved into a broader call for national conscience, for a system that values fairness over fear and truth over silence. How this ends will depend not only on the actions of the government, but on the collective resolve of the people to stand for what they believe is right. What do you think about this protest? Do you believe justice is being served or denied? Share your thoughts respectfully in the comments section. We value every perspective. Thank you for watching AfroPlus News Channel. If you found this analysis insightful, support us by joining our channel membership or giving us a super thanks to help us continue our independent journalism. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for continuous, in-depth updates on developing African political stories. Disclaimer: this report is based on ongoing developments and verified information available at the time of publication. AfriPlus News Channel does not promote violence, hatred, or unlawful activity. All opinions expressed are for informational and analytical purposes in accordance with YouTube's community guidelines.